All right, all right. What's going on, everybody? Super excited to be here. We are actually at the studio, my home here in Houston, Texas. Really excited to be on this call. This is the Millionaire Mastery Zoom. This used to be a phone call, right? This used to be a conference call that I would do every single Sunday. It was actually Mondays. I actually do it on Mondays. That I actually do this call, and it was a conference call that you had to dial in. It wasn't until almost 6 years ago I got introduced to Zoom. I bought the company stock, so that was pretty good. Hopefully, you got some stock too in Zoom. So I don't use Zoom to get things there, but also as well. Definitely excited to be on each and every one of you. I'm pumped up for tonight's call because I'm really going to get a chance to really teach and really teach some stuff that I've utilized and learned over the last 18 years that I've been in this profession of network marketing. I was picking up some food for the family here at Papado's, and I pulled up and it was to go. It was a to-go order. And the kid came out and said, he gave me what the order was, and he said, okay, here's the bill. And he was like, man, what do you do? And I said, I do network marketing. He said, what is that? It made me that a lot of people still don't know what network marketing is. And I said, it's a form of sales, but it's not traditional sales. We actually do sales and we help people start their own home-based business. And he was like, man, you need to put me on. I said, sure, we'll definitely put you on. So network marketing is an industry that has really understand it. Because a lot of people actually fail at it. And I believe a lot of people fail at it because they're really not patient. They're not patient with the process that you have to go through and grow through in order to really succeed in this business. So I don't know what my marker. Oh, here it is right here. Here we go. I want to share something with you guys real quickly here. Everybody starts off here, okay? Everybody starts off right here, but not everybody has a there, okay? Not everybody has a there. What do I mean by that? See, everybody always focuses on where they are right now, but they have not created what the there looks like. They haven't created what the goal looks like. They haven't created what the vision looks like. They haven't created the dream actually looks like. But here's the reality of it. Somebody's there, right? The there that that maybe you've created for yourself. All right. That's somebody else's here. Okay. I remember when I first started in this industry. So 18 years ago, right? 18 years ago, I was here. I was here. Here was living with my dad. Right. Here was no money. Here was no college education. Here was $50 child support. Here was all the things that I did not want. And then over the process of time, I started to create a there. And in the very beginning, my there was, if I could just get to $10,000 per month, if I could just make $10,000 per month, $100,000 a year. So it was really $8,000 a month. That was like the holy grail, all right, in this industry of network marketing. If I can get to $100,000 a year and get that $100,000 ring, okay, and prepaid legal, that's when we made it. Matter of fact, you know what? I'm gonna tell you the truth. My there wasn't even $10,000 a month. My there, all right, my there was actually all I wanted to do was make it to the what was it called? Was it the Success from Home? Is it? I think it was, no, I'm tripping. No, here's what it was. It was the Profiles to Success. There we go. The Profiles to Success book. That was my there, okay? That was my there. And all I had to do was I had to become an executive director, and I had to qualify for executive director for 8 months, okay? Basically, I had to have 75 active memberships in my organization for 8 months in a row, and I would make it into the Profiles to Success book. That was my there, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. That's where I wanted to get to. All right. But over the process of time, what's going to happen, ladies and gentlemen, what you have to realize, all right, is that your here, your there is going to constantly change. Okay. And guys, I'm jumping right to the training tonight. Really get this. Okay. Your here and your there is going to constantly change. You're always going to be the here, you to always have a there. And the only difference between here and there, ladies and gentlemen, is the time. Okay? Time. All right? The time. What do I mean by that? Oh, here's the reality of it. The time is going to be about your past, it's going to be about your present, and it's going to be about the future. All right? Now, if you remember in the beginning, what I said is that you're here right now, but someone else is there. Right? Remember last week we talked about who's your who? Who is the person that you're looking at that has accomplished what it is that you want to accomplish? They're already there. So guess what? That's their present, but it's also your future. Does that make sense? But guess what? Your here was also that person's past at one point. So what am I sharing with you? I'm sharing with you the art of being patient and not having any frustration. Everything I'm going to teach you tonight, if you do it from a place of frustration, it's not going to work for you. If you do it from a place of, I don't know if this is going to work. I don't know if it's in the cards for me. I don't know. If you do it from a place of doubt and unbelief, it's not going to work for you. You have to actually exercise what I'm going to teach you today. You've got to exercise from a place of belief. You've got to exercise from a place of, I know it's already done. I know it's going to happen. I don't know exactly when it's going to happen, but I'm going to be prepared. We had church today and my mom taught on this. She talked about being in the right position and being prepared, what it is that you're believing for. All right. And I'm sharing with you why this is so critical. So this is really the foundation of what we're talking about, because what are you going to do with this time? What are you going to be doing in the present right now? See, here is where you set the goal. Here is where you have the vision. Here is where the promise. Here is where the promise is given to you. Here's where you have to dream and believe. Watch this. Here is more exciting than there. Yeah. Here is more exciting because see, I'm going for something. When you get there, you've already, it's moving, and that's why it's important for you to turn your theirs into here's. See, when I got the 10 grand a month, that became my here, and then I said, okay, got to go for 30. Became my there. Then it was okay, I got to get to 100,000 a month. That became my there. Right? Then it was 250. Then it was half of it. Then it was $1 million. I always create there. So there, see, this is where desire is. This is where the goal is. But you set the desire down. Set the desire, gentlemen. You don't set it up here. You set it down here. Right? So one day, ladies and gentlemen, if you follow what I'm going to share, if you follow this formula I'm going to share today, one day your here is going to be 100K a day. How about that? And same process, share with you tonight, you will still the same process to get to where you want to go. Okay? You will still need to work the same process to get to where it is that you want to go. What is success, ladies and gentlemen? What is success? Progress for the ideal. Success is about growth. Success is about going for it. Success is about having a dream. Success is about waking up with that drive and that determination to go out there and make it happen. See, that's what I consider success. I don't consider you successful if you're making 100 grand a year, if you're making 100 grand a week or 100 grand a day. No, you're successful if you're progressing, if you're constantly realizing, or, ladies and gentlemen, that I could have more, I could do more, I can be more, I can give. That's success. All right. So I want to keep that in the back of your mind. There's this formula. All right. There's a formula that I sat down. I was in a training. I always talk about this. I was in a training back in 2009. Okay, 2009, and I'm sitting there and training. It was about 50 people. Okay, people in the room, and he was training, and I'm looking. I'm like, man, this guy's successful. This guy's winning, right? He's driving a Bentley. His wife's driving a Maserati. I'm like, man, this guy's really doing it. But nobody else was driving a Bentley. Nobody else was driving a Maserati. Nobody else was living in $1 million home. So I asked him a question. I said, hey, man, what's the difference? What's the difference between you and everybody else? I want to know. I want to know the difference. Now, his wife thought I was being facetious. I really wasn't. I wanted, because I looked around the room like, man, ain't nobody else living like this dude. Tell me, what is it that you do that I need to be doing? And he said, David, nobody believes the way that I do. And from that moment on, I decided I was going to study belief. I was going to study it. I wasn't just going to like read the books or listen to the tapes. I was really going to study it, really understand it. And that's what I've done now. This is back 2009. So we're talking 13 years. Okay. Success. This is a formula. It works every single time. Every single time, ladies and gentlemen, it works. It works. This formula starts with this word called desire. Okay. In the book Think and Grow Rich, it said that desire is the starting point of all achievement. So remember where we talked about, that's where the desire is born. And it's born from a place of what we talked about last week with why are you doing this? Is it shame? Is it disgust? Is it from a place of, I'm better than what I'm experiencing right now? That's a creative place to be in a place of disgust. See, I got disgusted with the Malibu. I got disgusted with the twin size bed. I got disgusted with that letter that I would get saying, hey, you got to pay $50. I got disgusted with that. The pain of that is what drove me to go out there, make this thing happen. Okay. It wasn't the flowery things. It wasn't, oh, I want a nice car. I didn't know what it felt like to have a nice car. It wasn't, oh, I wanted a nice home. I didn't know what it felt like to have a nice home, but I knew what it felt like. I knew what it felt like to that Malibu. I knew what it felt like to be on that twin size bed. And please don't roll over because you can end up on the floor. I knew what it felt like not to have a headboard. Right? It's born out of that. It's born out of that. Oh, here, cultivate, grow a desire with your 5 senses. Okay. What are your 5 senses? Your ability to what? See, hear, taste, right? Touch, and smell. All right. Here's the deal. 4 factors that fortify, impact your belief system. Okay. A belief is created through 3 things. Okay. A belief is created through, all right, it's created through what I speak. It's created through what it is that I hear. And it's created based on what it is that I feel. Okay. A belief system, this is how it's created. It's through the words that I speak, right? What it is that I'm hearing, okay? What is it I feel, all right? Actually, what I speak goes with what it is that I hear, what I'm seeing, okay? So this is my words. This is my images, all right? And my emotions, okay? So I want you to keep those 5 senses in mind. Keep those in mind, all right? Remember I said what you taste, touch, smell, right? Keep that in mind as I go through this with you. But here's the deal, ladies and gentlemen. In order for this desire to really come into fruition, you're going to have to change your environment. Okay? You're going to have to change your environment. Because your environment, ladies and gentlemen, guess what? What you see is going to change with a different environment. What you hear is going to change with a different environment. Automatically change how you feel. It will automatically change how it is that you feel. All right. Here's another thing. This is about what your belief system. You're going to have to change the people, right, that you associate with. Okay. Okay. The associations that you have with people. That's going to have to change. All right. And here's the deal. When you get around the right people, what you're seeing is impacted. What you're hearing is impacted. And then how you feel is impacted as well. So all this goes hand in hand. All right. Here's another thing you're going to have is the information. This is why you're on this call. You're getting repetitious information, the right information. That's why we say read the book. Say listen to the audios. The audios that I've got, audio book that I've got my leaders listen. Recommend you get it. Is Good to Great by Jim Collins. Okay, it's a leadership book. Okay, so the right information. The big one, ladies and gentlemen, experiences. What are you experiencing? Because what you experience, guess what? When you experience something, you're definitely hearing something. When you experience something, you're definitely seeing something. When you experience something, feeling it. But watch this. This experience has everything to do with your five senses. Okay. See, I had to experience a Bentley, meaning I had to touch it. In order for me to have a desire for it, I had to touch it. And I didn't touch it one time. I had to over and over and over and over again. I had to go to the Bentley dealership over and over and over again. Yes. To come, I had to smell it. Okay? I had to smell it well, because I can promise you this, a Bentley smells different from a Malibu. How do I know? I've had both. I've had, right? Guess what? I had to hear it. When I would start the Malibu, if it would ever start, I heard something different than when I started the Bentley. Okay? But all this had to do with what? What was I seeing? I would get pictures. I would get pictures and have the image in my mind of, okay, a gray silver, a silver Bentley. Okay. When I first put the picture up, no idea how I was going to get it, but guess what happened? Because of my association changed. I wasn't around somebody that was driving a Bentley. But because I changed my environment by getting involved in the industry of network marketing, guess what? Associations changed. I was now able to hang out with someone that was what? Driving a Bentley. He sit in the car. I would either sit in the passenger side, or, you know, if he let me, I sit in the driver's side. I never drove it, but he'll let me sit in the driver's side. My associations changed. So therefore, what happened? What happened, ladies and gentlemen? Okay, let's go back. My five senses now started getting activated. My desire for what it is that I wanted, I didn't even know. That started to grow. Does that make sense? We're doing something today called the Millionaire Mastery Boot Camp. This is something that I've done for leaders that are in my organization, more importantly, potential leaders that are in my organization. I've done it now where I would say, hey, listen, put together a few people that have hit a certain rank, and I will allow them to come and spend a day with Texas. And time and time again, those individuals, their income triple, quadruple, grow by 5 times, 10 times. Okay. I would have meetings here in my home. I wasn't just having meetings for guests to come to my home. I was having meetings so the people that were already in my business, they come to my home. All right. I'll never forget a 20-year-old, 21-year-old Bryce Thompson came for a home meeting that I was having here. There's 300 people in my home. Okay. Somehow he got into my Rolls-Royce Wraith. Okay. Give him permission to get in it. Okay. But he got in it. All right. Selfie with the stars above the roof. Okay. A few years later, to buy one. You said, well, David, what does it have anything? Oh, trust me. Do you know how I know it has everything to do with it? Same thing happened for me. All right. Mentor of mine at the time, guess what? He I was driving a Bentley at the time. He had a Rolls Royce Wraith. And he said, Dave, we lived in the same neighborhood. He said, you go ahead and drive this home and I'll drive your car. And the whole way home, I was just like, I was just moved by it. I had a what? Desire for it because I saw it. I'm hearing it. Now my taste has changed. I don't want a Bentley anymore. I want a Rolls Royce. Okay. Can somebody get Ziggy? Somebody get Ziggy. All right. That's my mom's little dog. Just making noise for a reason. Had to touch that thing. So my question for you is the thing. How are you cultivating the desire, making it a burning desire for what it is that you want? And then watch this. Are you putting people in environments where their desire can actually grow as well? The multiplication comes into play. See, that's what we're doing. The Mastery Bootcamp, we're going to open up for registration today, where we're going to give you an opportunity to come and spend a day with you. Okay, we're going to give you a chance. Qualify for it. You have to earn a certain amount of income for you to actually come. Okay, but it's going to be a day, and I guarantee you're going to have the experience of where you can actually start cultivating a desire for what it is that you want. Okay, you don't believe this works? Talk to Owens. You don't believe this works? Talk to Gary McSween. Tell me, when you experience it, whatever it is you experience, you believe. So everything starts with desire. Okay, everything starts with, and this continued to grow and grow. All right. Now, tonight's call is not mainly about desire. Okay, it's really mainly about this skill, the skills. See, it's desire plus. See, this right here, this is where a lot of people have missed it. You're going to be successful at anything. See, essential. Whenever I do it on the 4 basics of success, I'll share with you that there's 2 sides to success. 99% of it is spiritual, but 1 to 10% of it is physical. But you need all 100, ladies and gentlemen. You need all 100. You cannot do it just no action. Okay, let me show you what I'm talking about. All right, because maybe you didn't understand it the first time. I'm gonna share it again. All right, the mechanics of belief have everything to do with action. But see, he didn't tell you that. He didn't just come out and say, hey, you got to do the work. Okay, but watch this. I'm gonna show it to you. This is what Ivy Hilliard calls illumination, okay? Where you can't see it in the scripture, but I can, all right? Here's the word. And, okay? You want translation for and? Okay, you want translation for and? This is what my mother was talking about today. Prepared. David, I want to make $100,000 a year. Are you prepared for $100,000 a year? Have you done the work for someone who makes $100,000 a year? They want to make $100,000 a month. Oh, a month. Oh, really? Okay. Are you prepared for $100,000 a month? Have you done the work? Is your skill level, right, at the skill level of a person that makes $100,000 a month? Because I can promise you this: if you get to $100,000 a month by some stroke of luck, whatever you want to call it, you get to $100,000 a month and you don't have the skill set of someone who makes $100,000 a month, I promise you, you'll find a way to lose it. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. In this industry of network marketing, you're going to have the skill. You know, we've got social media now, got a lot of different ways and all this. Listen, that's all fine and dandy. You better have the skill set. 3 skills that you've got to have, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. He had a skill of presenting. Last one is promoting for events. But we're going to focus today on presenting. But before I do that, I'm going to show it to you right to you. So things you what? Desire. Okay. So wherever you use your senses to make what you want important, and then he says, was everything he desire when you pray. So when you pray, guess what? Something is being heard. Okay. Believe that you receive it. Believe it has everything to see, because I promise you this, you always believe what you see. Even the stuff you see and you say, I believe it. Yeah, you believe it because you're looking at it. You believe everything you see. But this desire, ladies and gentlemen, you're using these five senses all to create that feeling, right? And that feeling has to be one of gratitude. That feeling has to be one of, I've already received it. That's what it says, right? What's everything you desire when you pray? Believe that you receive it. And, okay, so you got to do all, you got to speak it, and you got to feel like you already have it, okay? Because see, there's no and until it says, and you shall have it. Okay? So the work part, ladies and gentlemen, that's the and period. Okay? The work part is the and period. The work part is the here to there. What is the work that I need to do? And ladies and gentlemen, in this industry, here's the work, presentations. You want to know why business is not growing at the level that you grow? It's simple. You ready? You're not doing enough presentations. And if you're not doing enough presentations, your organization is not doing enough presentations. And if your organization is not doing enough presentations, that means that not enough people are finding out about your business, but they're involved in your business. This is a numbers game. Okay? Numbers game. All right? So presentations. Let's talk about this guy. We put a whole nice fancy PowerPoint for you. All right? There are 5 types of presentations. Okay? So this week, I want you to ask yourself, how many of these styles of presentations do you have set up? Number 1, this is the first presentation you should be doing. The first type of presentation you should be doing. Now, this is not old school. All right? This is developing the skill of presenting. Okay? Can we pull it up? Pull it up for them. Let me see it. All right? 2-on-1 presentation. 2-on-1. What do I mean? This is where you and your upline and a prospect 2-on-1 sit down. Uh-oh. When was the last time you did a 2-on-1 sit down? Where you and your upline, the person that brought you in, the person you're working with, actually sat down with a prospect to show them the plan. Okay? When's the last time you did that? Okay, John, do you have the PowerPoint? Let me see the PowerPoint. We went through all that trouble to do the PowerPoint. Let me see the PowerPoint. Okay? 2-on-1 sit down. Okay? 2-on-1 sit down. Why do I want you to do a 2-on-1 sit down? Okay? Why would I want you to do a 2-on-1 sit down? Well, because this gives you an opportunity to watch your upline do the presentation. It's not so much to get your prospect into the business. That's secondary. It's a training opportunity. Okay? If we don't have the PowerPoint, forget it. Don't worry about it. Okay? It's a training opportunity, ladies and gentlemen. Okay? That's what it is. My very first 2-on-1 sit down. Okay? In a business that I was actually doing, prepaid legal, Emmanuel Bernstein and his brother, Big B, they came, okay? They came to my Okay. They came to my dad's apartment. Okay. Came to my dad's apartment and showed me. Okay. Matter of fact, no. Because I was already in the business. So Emmanuel came to do a presentation for my dad on my behalf. So I was able to watch him give a presentation. While he was giving the presentation, guess what I was doing? I was taking notes on how to present the business 18 years ago. Okay. 18 years ago. All right. 2-on-1 sit down. When you do enough 2-on-1 sit downs where you've watched your upline do the presentation, here's another form of presentation, right? Number 2, this is where now you start to do, what do we call it? 1-on-1. Sit down. When was the last time you sat down with someone to give a presentation? Or I know what you're doing. You're waiting for a Zoom. Oh, okay, that's what it is. You are waiting for your upline to do a Zoom so you can just invite guests so your upline can do the presentation for you. And you think that's going to get you to 100 grand a month. Not 100 grand a month that you're making it. I'm talking about the skill of a person that makes 100 grand a month, or a skill of a person that makes 100 grand a year. Forget 100 grand a month. See that? See, guys, once you develop the skill, you can go and repeat it over and over and over again. It's a matter of choice. For me, it's a matter of choice if I want to build a business or not. And it's been like that for a long time. It's a matter of choice. It's not, can I do it? Do I know what to do? No, I just choose if I want to go build it or I don't want to build it. One-on-one sit downs. How many one-on-one sit downs have you done? Wait, oh, you're too good for that. Oh, okay, I get it. You need 50, 100 people on a Zoom. Okay. All right. One-on-one sit down. That's number 2, right? Number 3, you guys see it on the PowerPoint. What's number 3? Oh, this is what we call a home opportunity presentation. You know, when you actually drive to somebody's home and do a presentation? Some people call it PBR, a private business reception. Okay. When was the last time you went to somebody's home to do a presentation? Well, David, it's technology. I could just do IG lives. I can do TikToks and people join my business. True. I've seen a lot of people do that. How duplicatable is it? Can we just, okay, I'm gonna sign you up today. All right, listen, do a TikTok. And you do a TikTok, you're gonna go viral, everybody's gonna join. Really? Even if that's true, fine. And I'm not bashing that. Tell me, where's the development of the person in this process? Where's the development of the skill? Now, I will say it does take a lot of skill to do those TikToks. I have no idea how you guys do it. But as far as this industry of network marketing, can you go to somebody's home and actually sit there with 3, 4, 5 people in a room and actually give an effective presentation? Because, man, what if Instagram went down? What if TikTok went down? What would happen to your business? Okay. I'm not saying don't do those things. I'm saying add this, add the skill, the development of the skill of presenting. And I'm going to go through step by step what I mean by being able to effectively give a presentation. Okay. Here's another one. A business opportunity presentation, or you can call this like a hotel meeting. Okay. A hotel meeting. See, listen, you got to have weekly meetings in your markets. If you don't have weekly meetings where people come together every single week in different markets, let me tell you what you're going to have. You're going to have a high turnover rate. You got people come in and people going to leave out. People come in and people leave out. People come in and people leave out. Because this is where the dream is resold to the existing organization. The business opportunity presentation is not just for guests to come in and actually get involved in the business. It's so that the people that are already in, that you brought into the business all week in that particular market, there's a place where they can actually congregate. Why do churches have weekly Bible service? Why? That, that whole method, it's been working for quite some time. Why do they do that? They have church on Sundays, and they say, okay, we got to meet on Wednesday, every Wednesday. 2 hours, 7 to 9. Okay. See, guys? And what happens is this. Because I did a lot of two-on-one sit-downs, okay? Did a lot of two-on-one sit-downs, I was now able to move into where I could do one-on-one sit-downs. What am I doing? I'm honing my skill. I'm getting better. The value of who it is that I am is getting better. My worth in the marketplace is getting better. I'm failing. Don't avoid failure. That's the key, ladies and gentlemen. That's the key. Don't avoid failure. Don't hide behind a camera. Don't hide behind a computer. Okay? Then I started doing a lot of home presentations. Some presentations, guys, one of my biggest organizations today came from a home meeting where no one showed up. Came from a home meeting where there was no guests. Made tens of millions of dollars from a meeting where no one showed up. Why? Because I was willing to go and do that. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're not, you got to bop and hop till you drop. I'm talking about developing. I'm talking about growing. I'm not saying abandon, because guess what, guys? We've got number 5. You see number 5, we'll call it top technology, where you can use technology opportunity presentations. You can use social media. You can use TikTok. You can use IG Live. You can use Zoom. That's the power of Zoom. I'm on the Zoom with you right now. Hundreds of people actually listening. Guess what? If I wanted to have everybody listen at one time, I would have to get a hotel room. Some of you are in Africa, some of you in the UK, some of you here in the United States. It's impossible. But do you know why I can get up here and actually do this? It's because I did a lot of two-on-one sit-downs. Did a lot of one-on-one sit-downs. Did a lot of home meetings. Okay? Did a lot of hotel meetings. Okay? Traveling, like city after city after city after city after city. Country after country after country after country. To where now, guess what? I don't know how many people we have on here, but you're willing to come on here and listen. Ladies and gentlemen, if I didn't do that 18 years ago, 17 years ago, 15 years ago, 10 years ago, why would you come and listen to me? You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't just wake up one day and say, okay, I'm going to do a video and I'm going to go viral and everybody's going to join my business and I'm going to be a great leader and everybody's going to want to do business with me and everybody's going to join me and I'm going to develop 6-figure earners and 7-figure earners because I look good. No. Presentations, two-on-one sit-downs, one-on-one sit-downs, home meetings, hotel meetings. Then we started to do the Zoom meetings. All right? So you're over there waiting for a Zoom from someone who's already done the two-on-one sit-down. So here's what you need to do. This week, you need to say, okay, who's my upline that I'm working with? If they're in your market, do a two-on-one sit-down with them. If they're not, do a one-on-one sit-down with a prospect. Hey, meet me for lunch. Try that. Take them out to lunch. You say, well, Dave, why would I want to pay for lunch for them? Well, if they're not worth you taking them to lunch, they're not worth them joining your business. If you're not willing to invest a lunch into that person, why do you think they'll be successful in your business? Okay? So I'm not sitting around waiting on Zoom. I can use Zoom. I can use social media, but I'm going to actively go out and I'm going to get me a laptop. Okay. Back in the day, we had flip charts. Okay. Now you can use your laptop. All right. Get the PowerPoint from your upline. Sit down with someone and say, hey, let me show you my product. Let me show you the services that we have. Let me show you the opportunity that we have. You know what you're doing? You're developing your skill. You're developing your ability to communicate with people. Is this making sense, guys? Okay? Because when the business falls, which it will, it's your skill. It's your ability to know that I can go and do it again. That's what's going to allow you to go out there and make it happen again if you have the skill. But if you don't, you're going to panic. Because, you know, the Instagram algorithm will get you. Now, what are you going to do when everybody that follows you already knows you in that thing? And they're like, oh, here you go again with that thing. Here you go again with that product. Here you go again with that trading stuff. Here you go again with that. Okay. Y'all with me with this? Okay. So you can use technology. Right? One of the skills that you've got to get really good at is inviting for these meetings. Right? That's all part of prospecting. That's all part of exposing. And I'm sure at some point in the Millionaire Mastery course that I'm sharing with you guys, I will go over the power of inviting and how to invite. Okay. There are a few steps to inviting. Number one, you got to be in a hurry, meaning you got to be excitable. Not, oh my God, just, you know, a faster pace than what you normally talk. Okay. Then you got to show value for what it is that you have. Then you got to take it away. Hey, listen, John, I just saw something absolutely amazing. Don't really have a whole lot of time right now. I've got to run out. But I thought of you. I thought this would be perfect for you. There's a call. As a matter of fact, I'm having a meeting. Matter of fact, let's meet for lunch. And I'll share with you. Okay. Not sure if you qualify for it. Okay. As a matter of fact, why don't you watch this quick video? It's about 7 minutes short, 8 minutes short, 10 minutes short. Watch this video. Tell me what you think about it. If you love what you see, call me back and we can set up a time where we can meet for lunch and I'll give you all the details for it. Okay. Just a quick, that's just quick on inviting. Learned that years ago. Skill. If you're going to become great at it, ladies and gentlemen, become effective at communication, you're going to have to learn this stuff. Okay. Now, let me give you some steps here. All right. Give you some steps on how to actually give an effective presentation. Number one, you've got to show passion. You've got to see, passion is about your posture, about what it is that you're sharing. Okay. Your excitement about what it is that you're sharing. Because it's your passion that's going to allow you to connect with your audience. It's your belief in what it is that you're sharing that's going to allow you to connect with your audience. See, here's the key, guys. Showing your passion is you being confident in what it is that you're sharing with them. The opportunity that you're sharing with them, the product that you're sharing with them, the service that you're sharing with them. You've got to have that passion. And one of the ways you do that is by telling your story. One of the things that I teach is this. When I give you these steps, I'll show you that all I'm doing throughout this whole process, I'm doing something called HEAM. I'm going to humble myself. Okay? I'm going to humble myself. I'm going to show people why I got involved in the business. I'm going to show people why I'm excited about what this company has to offer. Whether it's a product, whether it's a service, whatever it is, I'm going to show them based on my passion. I'm going to make that connection with them with my story and my belief in what it is I'm about to share with them. This is why I got involved in the business. And throughout the whole presentation, what I'm going to do, it's going to be interchangeable. I'm going to educate and I'm going to entertain. I'm going to entertain and I'm going to educate all throughout the presentation. Let me share with you what I'm talking about. Okay. Focusing on your audience needs. Okay. Focusing on what your audience actually needs is critical when you're doing your presentation. Okay. You're there to share with them why they need the opportunity that you have. So you've got to educate them on why they need to get involved in your business. Okay. What do they need? They need an opportunity. What do they need? They need a chance. What do they need? They need to make more money. Right? They need to live a healthier lifestyle or a better lifestyle, whatever it is. They need financial literacy, whatever it is. Okay. You know how I do that? I'll ask questions. Okay. In the last 10 years, the amount of money that's flowed through your bank account, how much money have you actually made on it? None. What if there was a way? What if there was a skill that I could show you that would actually teach you how to multiply the money that you currently have right now? What am I doing? I'm servicing a need. I know they haven't done well with their money. Okay. If you're in a product-based company, right, and you're watching this, guess what? Maybe it's their health that's a challenge. You can talk about the fact that so many people are obese. They're digging their grave with their teeth. Okay. Whatever that need is, whatever it is that your company is offering that solves a problem in the marketplace, that's what you focus on when you're doing your presentation. Okay. Keeping it very simple. Okay, keeping it very simple and concentrating on your core message. What is the core message of what your company actually offers? Okay. This is vital because you don't want to be all over the place. Okay. You want to be very, very clear and concise on what it is that you're sharing with them about your business. Concentrate on your core message, whatever that is. Their ability to get into that quadrant. This is what we do. I'm sharing with them. My core message with them is I want to help them get into the investor quadrant. And I'm educating them on why they want to do that. I'm educating them on why the wealthy control 96, 97% of the wealth. Okay. I'm letting them know, hey, listen, you've been able to be in this investor quadrant will give you the time freedom to where you can go do some of the things that you really want to do in your life. It's all going back to them getting into that investor quadrant. It's also showing them that, hey, you can have leverage by being a business owner, helping them get out of the employee mindset, helping them get out of the self-employed mindset. That's the core message of every time I'm presenting. I'm going to educate them, but I'm also going to have some humor. Okay. See, smiling, I see some of you maybe do presentations, you don't smile the whole time. Smile. Everybody do that real quick. You're on Zoom right now. Show your 32s, 24s, 15s, whatever you got left. Okay. All right. All right. You guys smile. Hopefully you got something left, man. Because that would be the end of the presentation. I'll tell you that right now. If you smile and there's some teeth missing, they're not signing up. All right. You got to make eye contact. All right. Listen, I just thought of somebody. I've seen people do Zooms where their eyes are going up here, going up here, going up. He lying. He lying. You weren't wearing that thing. Stop lying. Telling people you was wearing that thing for 6 months. You lying. Right? Eyes going up. Her eyes are going up this way, down here. No. Look in the camera if that's what you're doing. If you're in front of people, look at them. Smile. Make eye contact. This is important as you're presenting. Okay? What am I doing here? I'm entertaining. There's some jokes. Now, ladies, watch this. Because I've done some two-on-one sit-downs with my upline, I know the jokes that he or she tells. Guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to tell the same exact jokes. The guests don't know I got it from my upline. Okay, remember this. If they're laughing, they're buying. If they're not laughing, they're not buying. So strategically in my presentation, because I know that there are reds there, because I know there are blues there, because I know there are yellows and there are greens in every single one of my presentations, I've got to make sure that I touch the reds that are money motivated, very competitive. I've got to make sure I get in contact with the blues that love to have fun. They're the ones that want to laugh at everything. But I also have to touch my yellow because my yellow are very nurturing, right? So I'm going to have a testimony that I'm going to share that's going to touch a yellow. And then my greens, they're very analytical. So I've got to give them the facts, right? But see, guys, because I've done presentation after presentation, because I've connected with so many people, I can actually walk into a room, I can look at people, and I can tell who's a red, who's a blue, who's a yellow, who's a green. I really can. Without you saying a single word, your body language, how you sit, how you interact with me during the presentation, I will be able to tell. If you're sitting there arm folded and you just, okay, I'm going to get you too. Somehow I'm going to get you in that presentation. Okay? Making eye contact, smiling with your audience. This is critical. Okay? All right. Starting strongly, ladies and gentlemen, has everything to do with your posture, right? Your posture. But guys, here's the deal. You're not going to have posture if you're not doing enough presentations. You're not going to have the confidence to get up there and do it if you're not doing it over and over, if you haven't done it over and over and over and over again. Okay. So you have posture. All right. Your slideshow. Some of you, you do presentations for an hour. Huh? They're not listening for an hour. Promise you that. If you're doing an opportunity presentation and your presentation is an hour, done. Okay? Slideshow's got to be, listen, 10 to 20, 30 rule on the slideshow. 20, 25 minutes, 30 minutes max presentation. If it's a hotel meeting, it's going to be a little bit longer. All right? If it's a home meeting, you're looking at 35, 45 minutes max. Zoom, 20, 25, 30 minutes max, ladies and gentlemen. Keep it simple. Tell stories. Tell stories. This is key. This is where I really want to get to. A lot of people miss it when it comes to telling stories. There are 3 stories that you need to tell in your presentation. The stories help you close the audience. Okay? The stories help you what? Close the audience. 3 stories you're going to tell. You're going to tell your story. Okay? Here's the truth. Nobody cares. Tell it anyway, but nobody cares. Nobody cares about your story. Let me tell you a powerful story to tell is your upline story. All right? Because, see, when you tell your story, you can't go up there and say, I got involved in this business and, I'm rich, and I'm very, very successful. And I drive this and I drive that. You can. And it's an art to being able to tell your story the way it doesn't come off arrogant. A lot of people don't have that ability to do that. So I don't recommend you do it unless you really know how to do it. But you're going to tell your story as to like why you got involved in the business, maybe some changes that have happened in your life. But nobody really cares about that because you can't really go up there and brag on yourself. So, but you can do though, you can brag on your upline though. You can go all out, brag on your upline. Here's a real powerful story that you could tell your success team. This right here, this should probably be the #1 story that you tell. Your success team. All right? Because now what you're doing is you're telling those individuals there are other people that are just like you that I've helped become successful in business. So if I can help them, guess what? I can help you. You get that? These are the 3 stories you want to tell during your entire presentation. So now testimonials, this is where I would bring up some testimonials for them to actually share. Or throughout the whole presentation, I'm giving their testimony of how they've been able to succeed in said opportunity. All right? And you weave this into your presentation. Here's a big thing that you want to do when you're actually sharing stories. All right? You want to make sure that you mirror and match. Mirror and match, ladies and gentlemen. Okay? Mirror and match. So if I'm doing a presentation for someone or a group of people, I'm gonna look at the demographic of the room. All right? And I'm going to choose a story or a testimony that best fits the demographic of the room, right? Or at the end of the meeting, let's say it's a hotel meeting, and they're bringing up guests for you to actually meet. By the way, that would never happen for you unless you've done enough one-on-one sit-downs, unless you've done enough home meetings. Okay? You're not going to get in front of a hotel room and do a presentation until you've done hundreds of home meetings. Or Zoom presentations as well. Okay? But preferably home meetings, because now that's person to person. Because it's very different behind a camera than in person. That nervousness that you still feel when you give a presentation, that means you haven't done enough of it. If you get real nervous for a presentation, it's because you haven't done enough of it.
That's why the big money ain't come in yet, because you're still nervous before you go do a presentation.
Hell, you're laughing at me. It's the truth. Hey, if I'm in real estate and I'm looking to go sell a house, you're in real estate, you go and you're fumbling and mumbling. I don't want to buy a house from you. Why do I want to buy a house from you? You sound like you need me to buy this house. You don't want to sound like you need them in your business. So you got to come off confident. You got to use your voice effectively. You know what some people do? All right. When I talk about your voice, ladies and gentlemen, what I'm talking about is volume. Okay. The voice that I use in a hotel meeting is not the voice that I use in a sit down. Like in a hotel meeting, I'm probably going to be a little bit louder, a little bit more animated, but in a sit down, I can't be yelling at them at a Starbucks. I can't be looking for an applause and me just be telling joke after joke after joke after joke in a sit down. Even in a whole meeting, my voice in a whole meeting is going to be very different from even a Zoom meeting or a hotel meeting. So the volume, okay? Here's a big one for some of you, the tempo. How fast are you talking? Okay? How fast are you talking? And with your voice, also using your body effectively, your body language. Okay? Your body language. Home meetings, body language, this is my stance. Left foot in the front. Right foot right behind. That's my stance. I'm right here. Okay? I'm not walking around home meeting. I'm not doing that. Hotel meeting, yes. I'm going to walk around the page. I'm going to go in the aisle. I remember the first time I did that. I walked in the aisle and I didn't know how to get back. I was stuck. I didn't know how to get back. Right? But like Jim Rohn said, I did it again. Right? I did it again. Right? So you got to use your body effectively. Using your hands. Right? Using your hands. The posture. I'm not coming up. Hey guys, you got this opportunity, and I think it's going to be great. Okay. I hope you like it. I hope you enjoy it. Okay. No, confidence, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. So your volume, your tempo, all right, how you speak. That's it. That's the stand. You got it, right? See, hands right here. See that? See that? It's a power. It's a power. Like my posture is strong. I'm here. I'm confident what it is that I'm talking to you guys about. Okay. Using your body effectively. Okay. Using your voice effectively. All this is with you. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, you're going to learn. See, you don't learn this through a PowerPoint. You learn this through doing it. I just put in a PowerPoint so you can see it, but this is all stuff that you learn as you fail. See, this is the end period, ladies and gentlemen. This is I'm getting prepared. I'm getting myself to a place where I am worthy to make 100 grand a year, where I am worthy to make 100 grand a month, 100 grand a week, 100 grand a day. By developing the skill. Okay. Here's another thing you want to do when you're giving presentations. You want to always hold the impression of increase. In your mind, this is what I used to do. Right? When I would go do presentations, home meetings and whatnot, I'll be telling myself while I'm doing the presentation, I'm rich and I'm wealthy, and I have the ability to help you succeed. I was saying that to myself when I was broke. Because watch this, guys. People are only going to follow you for two reasons. Number one, you're where they want to be. Number two, they believe you can help them get where it is that you're going. If you're not there yet, they have to believe that you can help them get there. There are people, ladies and gentlemen, Ron Carter. I'll never forget Ron Carter. DeWanna Mott. You know what these guys would do? Back in 2007, 2008. They would drive from the north side of Houston, where they lived. They would drive all the way to the south side, where I lived with my dad, pick me up, drive all the way back to their house to do a home meeting, and then bring me back because I didn't have a car. They believed in me that much that they wanted me to be the one to present the opportunity to their guests. They were willing to leave, drive 45, 50 minutes to my house, pick me up, take me back to their house, do the presentation, and then bring me back. Not once, not twice, not 5 times, not 10 times. Okay. So tempo, speed in which you're talking. You can't talk fast. The pace in which you're talking, it's got to be at the right pace. You're going to figure this. You're going to figure this out the more you do it, ladies and gentlemen. The more you do it. Okay. All right. Relax, breathe. Okay. Enjoy. All right. Speak with passion, enthusiasm. Closing. Here's the key. The last step. You got to close with your audience in the vision. Going back to the very beginning of why your company got started, why you're doing this business, you've got to now show them how they can be a part of that vision, and them being a part of that vision allows them to accomplish their goals. Okay. So when we started, we set a vision, we set a goal. All right. There was no vision. There was no goal. We said, okay, this is what we're going to do. Because I already knew there has to be an end in mind. There has to be a vision. Okay, it has to be. Then you let, hey, this is what we're going to do. We'd love for you to be a part of it. We're going to be here to help you, to show you exactly how you become successful in this business. If you've got a dream, if you've got a goal, things that you want to accomplish, you're going to need a vehicle to get there. I believe that this is the right vehicle that can help you get to where it is that you want to go. What I want you to do is I want you to get back with the person that invited you here, get back with the person that invited you to actually watch this presentation, and let them know that you're ready. If you have some questions, I'm sure they can answer it for you. But if you're ready, and if you're really serious and you're ready to take your life to the next level, I believe this is the right opportunity for you. See, guys, you're already ready to get started. And I'm not even sharing with you an opportunity. Right? It's closing them with the vision, with them in the vision with you. Okay. All right. Desire plus skill times faith. Okay. I'm not going to go into faith tonight, but we're going to be here. I'm going to do it every week. We're going to be right here, the Millionaire Mastery. Now, here's what we're doing. All right. And I believe we're going to be able to put a link up here. I told you this is something that I do. And sometimes, sometimes people take it for granted because they think it's free, but it's actually not, because you have to earn a certain amount of income. You have to be at a certain rank in order for you to actually come. Okay. But it's something that I do for people because I know what happened for me when I got an experience. But we're releasing something called the Millionaire Mastery Bootcamp, where 4 times a year, I'm going to allow a certain amount of people, not a lot of people, a certain amount of people that can actually come to Houston to spend a day with me. All right. We'll have different activities. We'll have a full training as well that I'll do with you guys. You'll get a chance to visit my homes. You get a chance to visit the Believe Nation office that we have. We'll do some other dream building activities together, break bread together. It's going to be an amazing day that's going to give you an experience. All right. It's going to give you an experience. And whatever it is you experience, you believe. Remember that. And all things are possible to those that believe. All right. What we're going to do right now, we're going to put a link in the chat. Okay. And we're also going to email this out. This is something you've got to qualify for. So there's going to be some questions that you've got to answer. And myself and Cassandra House, we're going to review every single application that actually comes in. And we would choose a certain amount of people that do fit the criteria of what we're looking for, that can actually come and spend a day with me. We're only going to do this 4 times a year. Okay. And we've got a few spots left that's still available. We're doing the very first one, May 28th. All right. May 28th, folks are going to be able to come here to Houston, Texas. Folks are really excited and pumped up for it already. I believe we have over 20 people that have already registered for it. All right. And we're going to be doing this 4 times a year where you'll be able to spend a whole day with myself. Ladies and gentlemen, I can tell you this. When I got that opportunity, even to this day, having the opportunity to spend time with John C. Maxwell, having time to spend, I'm going to France, ladies and gentlemen, for 10 days with John and his entire team. I can't wait, because I know that level of exposure, that's another word right there. God will never expose you to anything he doesn't have for you. Never. The fact that you're exposed to it means, hey, I want to do it for you. The fact that he shows it to you in the life of someone else means, hey, I can do the same exact thing for you. Why? Because he's no respecter of person. Okay. Now, here's the deal, ladies and gentlemen. Access is not free. Access comes with a price. And not everybody's willing to pay that price. And that's why we're not opening this up to everybody. We're going to have a qualification period. We're going to review the applications and see if you actually qualify to be a part of it. The Millionaire Mastery Call is back in full effect. More than likely, I'll be doing it here. I like this whole setup here, right? It's nice, right? It's perfect, right? So we're going to do it here, more than likely every single week, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. I know it's really late over there in the UK and in Africa and all the parts of the world, but we have a replay. All right, so we have the replay. We're going to take the replay down from last week. You will not be able to find that anywhere else. All of you that be plagiarizing the information, take that down from your Zooms, okay? Stop plagiarizing stuff, all right? Stealing stuff, all right? The universe is going to get you, all right? Keep doing that, all right? And we're going to take that down. We'll put this one up, okay? Have we got the link? Have we put the link in there before we close this call? We're going to email it out to folks and give them an opportunity to register for it. Let me see here. I'll make sure we got the link up. Do we have it up? If you guys loved this call today, type 777 in the chat. If you're pumped up for the Millionaire Mastery, you got some good stuff today. So I want you to utilize those steps that I gave you. I want you to utilize it this week. But mainly, here's what I want you to do. I'll show you what I want you to do this week. You ready? Let me go back. All this technology stuff over here. Technology. All right. Which one of these types of presentations are you going to do this week? Are you going to do some one-on-one sit-downs? Are you going to do some two-on-one sit-downs? Right? Are you going to do a home opportunity presentation? Are you going to do a business opportunity presentation? Right? Me and Justin just did one the other day. Right? We did a business opportunity presentation in Atlanta, Georgia. Different from how I would do a home opportunity presentation. I've been bopping and hopping until I dropped for the last 18 years. Okay. So you got to figure out, or are you going to do one of those top presentations, technology opportunity presentations, Zoom, IG Live, whatever it is. You got to do a few of them. Okay. Develop the skill. And the only way you develop the skill is through repetition. Okay. It's through repetition. All right. So we've sent the link out to you guys. We put it in there about 10 times already. And go ahead and pre-register to see if you can be a part of the Millionaire Mastery Boot Camp, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to have at least 3 to 6 hours of training for myself. But I'm more excited about what we're going to be doing outside of that, the experiences that you'll have outside of that take your belief system to a whole nother level. Really love you guys. We'll see you. I'll be back next week. Here's what I want you to do. I'm going to post on Instagram. Go there and leave a comment of what it is that you learned. What did you take away from the call that we just had? Okay. Go ahead and do that so other people know I can't miss next week, or other people know, hey, let me watch the replay so they can grow. The value that you give to other people. Ladies and gentlemen, it's one of the ways that I've grown my life is by giving value to other people, not just based on what I'm teaching, but I'm always pointing them to other resources. Hey, listen to Bob Proctor. Hey, listen to Tony Robbins. Hey, listen to John C. Maxwell. Hey, listen to E.T. Hey, listen to this person. Listen to this person. The value that you give to other people, ladies and gentlemen, it will multiply in your life. And now people all around the world say, hey, listen to David, right? I've told people to listen to other people for many, many years. Now people say, hey, you need to listen to David, all right? So go ahead and spread the word, guys. Excited, pumped up. We'll see you guys next week. Good day. Good night. God bless.